Before she became a household name as the Bionic Woman, Lindsay Wagner was already proving she had the chops to tackle complex, emotional, and otherworldly roles. But in 1979, she took a detour from fighting robots and defying gravity to star in an enchanting and heart-wrenching time travel fantasy, The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan. It's a film that's equal parts romance, sci-fi, and gothic mystery, and today, we're stepping back into its two very different worlds. Welcome back to the Shane Tennant YouTube channel, where we explore the rich and fascinating realms of retro sci-fi, fantasy, and anime. If you're a fan of stories that push the boundaries of imagination, you've come to the right place. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to join me on more nostalgic adventures. Now, let's dive into the haunting, romantic mystery of The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan. The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan begins with a premise many of us dream about: moving into a beautiful historic home filled with echoes of the past. But for Jenny Logan, played with grace and emotional depth by Lindsay Wagner, it's not just the architecture of the house that connects her to another era, it's a mysterious vintage dress that unlocks the key to traveling through time. The story starts in the late 1970s, with Jenny attempting to rebuild her life after separating from her unfaithful husband. She moves into a gorgeous old Victorian house, hoping for a fresh start. But when she tries on a vintage dress left in the house, she's suddenly transported back to the 1880s, finding herself in the same house only now it's alive with the presence of people from its past. Here's where The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan sets itself apart from your typical time travel story. The film doesn't rely on gadgets, wormholes, or flashy sci-fi explanations. Instead, it leans into its romantic, almost mystical atmosphere. The dress serves as a simple but effective gateway between two times, and the film. In the 1880s, Jenny meets and falls in love with a struggling artist named David Reynolds, played by Mark Singer, yes, the same Mark Singer who would later become the Beastmaster. Their romance is tender and immediate, fueled by a shared sense of longing and belonging. David is unlike anyone Jenny has ever met in her modern life, and their connection feels destined, as if she was always meant to find him. But as Jenny becomes more entwined with the past, she discovers that this love story is anything but simple. The film takes a darker turn when Jenny learns that David's life in the 1880s is in danger. She uncovers a sinister plot involving his work and the jealousy of a powerful rival. Meanwhile, in the 1970s, Jenny's estranged husband attempts to reconcile with her, creating tension between her two worlds. The story's central question becomes clear: can Jenny truly belong to either world, or is she destined to be a woman torn between two timelines? Lindsay Wagner delivers a tour de force performance in this film, showcasing her ability to move seamlessly between emotional vulnerability and quiet strength. Whether she's navigating the heartbreak of her crumbling modern marriage or the joy and danger of her Victorian romance, Wagner makes you believe every moment. She's the emotional anchor of the story, and it's hard to imagine anyone else pulling off this role with the same level of sincerity and grace. One of the film's greatest strengths is its production design. The Victorian-era sequences are gorgeous, with detailed sets and costumes that immerse you in the time period. The cinematography, while modest by today's standards, uses light and framing to create a dreamlike quality, especially during the transitions between past and present. The love story feels earnest and heartfelt, and the script gives just enough weight to the mystery to keep you invested without overshadowing the emotional core of the film. That said, The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan isn't without its flaws. The pacing can feel uneven at times, especially in the modern-day sequences, which occasionally drag compared to the intrigue of the 1880s scenes. Some of the supporting characters in the Victorian timeline are a bit underdeveloped, leaving you wanting more context behind their actions. And while the time travel premise is beautifully simple, it might leave viewers craving a bit more explanation or depth into how it all works. When The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan first aired as a made-for-TV movie in 1979, it received modest ratings but quickly grew into a cult classic among fans of romantic fantasy. It's often compared to films like Somewhere in Time for its similar themes of love transcending time. While it's not as widely known as some of Wagner's other projects, it holds a special place in the hearts of those who appreciate stories that blur the lines between science fiction and romance. The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan is a beautiful, bittersweet exploration of love, loss, and the timeless nature of connection. It may not have the flashiest effects or the most complex plot, but its heart is undeniable. If you're looking for a film that captures the magic and melancholy of time travel without leaning too heavily into sci-fi, this one is worth your time. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the two worlds of Jenny Logan. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Shane Tennant YouTube channel for more deep dives into retro sci-fi, fantasy, and anime. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this film. Have you seen it? What are your favorite time travel romances? Drop a comment below and let's chat about it. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. Until next time, keep exploring the incredible worlds of retro sci-fi and beyond.